Danjo. You get that truck up ahead. He's got those lug nuts that stick out. They're like Mad Max spikes that like 30% of the big rigs in this area have. Because the truck isn't already intimidating enough. He wants me to know that if he does cut me off or sideswipe me, he'll grind my leg up before he chops it off. Gee whiz. Do we need more of that? He's also got the pipes on it, so it's extra loud. Because we need more noise here in the Boston area. I want to circle back to actually had a helpful comment from somebody the other day in the comment section. I was talking about the noise on my bike and how I do pass inspection somehow. So I've always assumed we don't have a decibel limit here, you know, in Massachusetts, in the Boston area. And but he pointed out there's some bylaws or whatever where, yeah, there is a limit, and so you could conceivably get a fix-it ticket if you're too loud here in Massachusetts. It will likely never ever happen, but it could. And I think as long as I'm riding around these, this isn't the truck with the straight pipes. This is like a convoy of like 5 of these trucks, and I'm kind of in the middle of it, but a couple of them are pretty weighed down, so they're not moving too quick. But a couple of them have the straight pipes, and they're wicked loud. I mean, I gotta say though, that one part of me, the lizard brain part, thinks it's really cool. I mean, these trucks are cool. I don't know what company they're working for, but really nice paint jobs. You know, they actually sound great with those big straight pipes. And even though I wouldn't want them rolling by at 3:30 in the morning, pretty cool trucks, I gotta say. I can't even remember what I was talking about because it's all the diesel and hot tar fumes seeping into the old Cedici. And I got rained on, so I don't even know if my if my GoPro's still working. Testing. Testing. Man, oh Manischewitz. Yeah, boy, I can't remember what in the wide world of sports I was in such a hurry to talk about. Not the Clockwork Roasters coffee that I just tried. That was sent to me gratis. Cost me nothing, and I had the first cup of coffee there. It was like a Captain's Blend or something like that, or Captain's Reserve. It's a dark roast, and it's a mix of like African and maybe South American coffees, and I can't explain the flavor or the scent to you, except that it really it wailed a little bit of that nostalgic place in my guts. And I'm gonna go home and have another cup of it and see. Hey, maybe you can see this guy behind me now. Can you see him? There's like a whole line of them. Anyhow, I'm gonna try to hit this corner in a hurry. There we go. Nice. Yeah, you know what? If they don't have to slow all that weight down. Oh man, speaking of slowing all that weight down, I'm just slaughtering bugs here. I had a great bug strike in a couple of videos ago. And I just had another one just then. That would have hit me right in the ear if I was still wearing the half helmet. So thank you, Cedici. Grazie, Cedici. I'm sorry, was that offensive? While I'm offending people. While I'm offensing people. Yeesh. Alright, this is really a junk drawer. I don't even know why I press record. But I'll tell you one more thing. On my lunch break, sometimes I try to catch a bit of Jim Browdy and Marjorie Egan have a show on Boston Public Radio. I think it's called Boston Public Radio, now that I had two brain cells rubbing against each other and had a thought. But I think it's called Boston Public Radio. But anyway, Jim Browdy and Marjorie Egan. Today, they were talking a little bit about grammar. Hold on, whoa, don't go away yet. Don't go away yet. I had a good comment. They were talking about grammar, and they various people love to hate on grammar, and why not? Deservedly so. Grammar's not for everybody, although grammar is, in fact, for everybody. Right? If you want things done right or whatever. Have you ever read an instruction manual that is that is grammatically poor, you'll know that sometimes grammar is in fact for everybody, whether they decide to use it or not. So anyhow, they were talking about the semicolon. I know, I'm getting to the point. They were talking about the semicolon. Nobody uses it right, which I disagree. But nobody uses it right. We hate it. We don't know what it's for. You know, it's like a mullet of punctuation. So it's not a period. You know, it's too weak to be a period, but it's too strong to be a comma, right? It's like what is it? And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to spare you that because it's not this kind of channel. But I will say that I equated it in a text to Boston Public Radio. I equated it to Boston drivers. I said a semicolon's like a Boston driver. You never come to a complete stop, right? It's not a period, but it's not a comma either. You're tapping the brake a little harder, but you're not coming to a complete stop, right? I thought that was a pretty good comment, and they read it out on the air, but they forgot to. I forgot to put my name, and wow, I don't know what I slipped on there. That was fun. Anyhow, semicolon. No. They recited my quote, and then they did the boom. You know, man, trucks everywhere today. Hey, I'm not hating on trucks. Where's those guys that think I hate everything I criticize? I like trucks. Yeah, they gave the boom, you know, the drum thing after they said it. So I had mixed feelings about that. I was like, hey, they read my comment, and then I was like, wait a second, what is that like? What is that? Was that because it was such a good quote that they took it as a joke? Or was it such a bad joke? Because that's the only time you use those things, is when it's actually a bad joke. And I was like, maybe, I think I've decided I told my first successful dad joke. I think it was my first successful dad joke. Whatever today's date is, Boston Public Radio with Jim Browdy and Marjorie Egan. I think I'm on record, anonymously. I said I'm anonymously famous, so I came up with the term Fameonymous. And so I'm Fameonymous on Boston Public Radio, and told my first official dad joke. That got the drum, let's see, double tom crash, whatever we do, however we're doing that. And well, yeah, whatever it was I thought was important enough to talk about is so far out the window, it's in a different neighborhood. But in the meantime, thanks for riding along with me, guys. I appreciate it. And stop back again, would you? Matt the Greeter, care about you. Bye.